What's up, wrestling fans? I'm Jason Courier from the Steve and Jay Show, and this is our Monday Night Raw review for October 22nd, 2018. If you're a wrestling fan like I am, please click subscribe down below, and don't forget to click that little notification bell to receive notification when we post our new stuff. Monday Night Raw this week was a bit of a shocker for a couple of different reasons. The first reason was a very sad reason when Roman Reigns came out and cut an in-ring promo in which he had to relinquish his Universal title, saying, "I've been lying to you, my name is Joe, and I've been living with leukemia for the last 11 years, and that leukemia is now back. So due to health reasons, Roman Reigns is going to have to relinquish the Universal title." Unbelievably sad moment. The announcers, Corey Graves, especially Renee and Michael Cole, all looked just devastated from it. Corey, the entire night, looked like he just wanted to stop and go back and give Roman a hug and cry with him. He just looked absolutely devastated. I don't know how he got through the broadcast. I don't know how any of these guys got through this broadcast. You know that they've all got to be at least somewhat close, especially Dean and Seth and Roman and Corey Graves, because they spent some time in NXT together, and I don't know how they did it. It was really a goosebump kind of night. It was just, I don't know how they did it with that news. I just don't. After Roman cut his promo and made his big announcement, he walked up the ramp and was met at the top of the ramp by his Shield brethren, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. They did the Shield fist bump thing. Seth absolutely lost it. He was crying like a baby. You can just tell that he just was devastated. Again, I don't know how he went from that in the beginning of the show to actually going out there and having a match. I don't know. I don't know how he did it. The first match of the night was between Finn Balor and Bobby Lashley, in which Finn picked up the upset on Bobby. Another upset came when Sasha Banks fell to Ruby Riott. I thought that was a bit of an upset. The boss is the boss still. I know that they're really pushing Ruby Riott, and Corey Graves, even at one time during the match, he said that he believes he was remarking in the improvement he and Michael Cole were of Ruby Riott since she's come up to the main roster, and the comment was made that I think that she is going to be a future women's champion. So they're really pushing Ruby Riott hard. This was the go-home show for Evolution, which is coming up on Sunday. Paul Heyman then came out and cut a really heartfelt promo in which he praised Roman Reigns, and then you could tell he had been crying and was holding back tears as he's talking about Roman, and then he progressed within the promo into saying that only one man can do Roman's title justice, and that man is his client Brock Lesnar. Braun Strowman then made what I'm assuming is a babyface turn, and came out, did the whole hands up thing. Braun said that, he was just all over it. He was screaming, basically. It was actually pretty awesome. Braun's awesome. So he came out and said that Brock is going to get these hands, and it was super awesome. I love Braun. I hope that he is the eventual Universal Champion. I think that should be fun. He said as he's walking down the ramp, he said after Roman's done beating cancer, he could be the first one in line to get a Universal title shot, but for now, Brock is going to get these hands. Elias then here was another turn. Elias had a match against Apollo Crews, which he picked up the victory in. Before his match, he was interrupted by Apollo Crews, of course, as they always do. After the match, though, he tried to come back out and was at the top of the ramp and was trying to sing his song again. Baron Corbin then came out and said, look, I've got a show to run and I've got to get this show moving. You can't do your song. Sorry, get off the stage. I'm your boss. Get off the stage. Quit looking at me like that, that sort of thing. And eventually Elias did leave, but he came right back and took his guitar and smashed it against the back of Baron Corbin, which was actually pretty awesome. He exploded that guitar on the back of Baron Corbin. It was pretty cool. So it would appear to be a face turn for Elias, which I dig that. I dig Elias. So one of my favorite parts about Elias is when he starts digging on the crowd and he gets the reaction that he gets from him, but still, I like the face turn. I'll take it. The contract signing, again, this was the go-home show to Evolution, so the contract signing for the Raw Women's title match between Ronda Rousey and Nikki Bella was up next, and the Bella Twins came out. Ronda then came out next, and the Bellas basically bailed out and said, look, you're not going to come in here and hurt us, basically. Ronda said, look, I give you my word that I'm going to come in that ring. I'm just going to sign the contract. This is how pay-per-views work, in case you didn't know. I'll just come in, sign the contract. I promise you, I give you my word. My word is my bond, and I will not hurt you. So they go in the ring. Nikki signs the contract, bat, gives Ronda a good slap to the face. Ronda held her word, though, and turned the other cheek and walked up the ramp with title in hand and let Nikki know on her way up the ramp, though, that she was going to end her at Evolution. So she's going to rip her arm off. The main event of the evening was the second major shocker of the night. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins came out in True Shield form in a tribute to their brother Roman Reigns. Came down through the audience, which was super cool. They came out as the Shield with the Shield music instead of each individual's music playing and like they had been doing. So they came out as the Shield, which super cool, awesome moment. They were taking on Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre for the Raw Tag Team titles and managed to pick up the win when Seth Rollins hit a stomp. I was going to call it a curb stomp, but they don't call it the curb stomp anymore. He hit the stomp on Dolph Ziggler, gets the pin for the win, and after the match, they're hugging in the middle. Dean and Seth, they're hugging in the middle of the ring. They're holding up their titles. They're seemingly happy. And then Dean turns on Seth, kicks him in the belly, delivers a dirty deeds. He's kind of having this inner battle with himself. The crowd's chanting, "You effed up." And Dean then turns to Seth and continues to beat on him. He throws him out of the ring. He throws the belts on Seth and said, "Is this what matters to you?" He pulls up the padding at ringside. He then delivers another dirty deeds to Seth on the concrete and then walks up the ramp. I don't know what they're going to do with the tag team title now. So now we've got a Universal title that is vacant and will be determined, as Stephanie McMahon said that by phone apparently, that the Universal title will be determined at Crown Jewel in the match between Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman. And then now we have the Raw tag team titles that I'm assuming are going to have to be vacated, because I don't really think they're going to turn Dean heel and then have him go back to just being buddy-buddy with Seth. So obviously, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that review this week. It's something new that we're going to start doing. I'm going to start doing reviews for each individual shows, and then Steve and I will do the Kayfabe Conversation on Thursdays and post on Fridays like we've always done. Again, if you could please click subscribe down below, because we're going to start posting a little bit more frequently, so you want to receive notification when we post that new stuff. So anyway, thank you for listening, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Love you guys. Good night.
Yeah. If I said it, I'm in it to win it. I'm trying to make plays, dog. I'm trying to draw scrimmage. They draw the Simmons, draw this picture. They dragging me up through the sand. These motives they have, they start to question me as a man, but fuck them. I show no love. They eyes is full of lust. That's why I got no love, homie. That's why I got no trust. And I ain't a bust. Yeah, this life is rough, but every time I fell, man, I had to pick myself back up.